this is the opportunity to try and communicate with them. Brad, are you ready? Why isn't this working? They sense our power, but still are intimidated.
Hey, who are you lads? I be not seen you before.
My name is Bistoff. Josephus Bistoff. And this is my son Bistoff Jr.
Yep, that's us. I'm his notorious son. You know, I like to abide by my own rules.
Biskoff, Carl. Biskoff, how you be doing? I haven't seen you since the liberation.
Well, I've been scavenger hunting since. You know, I managed to defeat Cyclops.
You defeating Cyclops? Who are you, really? Classic Biskoff. Blasting stuff from the past. You should also meet everybody else you haven't encountered since the Norties. Hey, Biskoff is back. Could you believe it?
Biskoff? He better get himself back on our crew. I can sense Jinn blood nearby. They defeated the Cyclops.
Biskoff and Biskoff Jr., they defeated Cyclops by themselves. I couldn't take that motherfucker down even if I had the strength of DeAndre and his brother combined.
Hold on. DeAndre has a brother?
Yes? You don't know about Ashwin?
Classic Biskoff.
Why isn't it working?
I don't know. Jinns, even the most hostile such as dragons, lay mercy on their own kind. But it seems even though we are from the same species, they detect us as a threat, or worse.
Guys, over here.
Caillou? Jeremy?
Oh no. They are in a lot of trouble at the moment. How are we going to help them?
There is a chopper over there. We could use it to forge the ropes. And those dragons don't look like they have that much power anyways.
I don't get it. How are we supposed to operate that thing?
Well, it seems like it's a remote control chopper. If we can find the remote, then we can hijack it and cut the ropes to free the informants.
Yo guys, there's a remote control drone chopper in the air. What the fuck?
Jeremy.
Hey, what do you think you are doing?
Oh crap.
I knew Monglo wasn't trippin' balls when he said he sensed Jinn blood nearby. You're not a Biscoff. You're nothing but a shit shower. It makes sense why you would want to free other Jinns. I've got you and your little friend all figured out. Cosplaying isn't going to get you out of the mess you got yourself in, kiddo.
You and your little brat are going down to the dungeon. To think you can outsmart us? Seriously? You've made a grave mistake. The chopper is off limits. You fucked up. Hope you know that.
Wait. What the?
It's okay, Doris. They are just upset. I'm sure they didn't mean any of those things that they said. We all make mistakes, I promise you. They don't hate you. They are just furious and are carrying that resentment.
Well, even if they do, I can't blame them. I was so inconsiderate and selfish. This might just be karma for my action. The Boris incident might just be his vengeful spirit getting back at me for my infidelity.
We interrupt your session for an update on DNN News. On DNN News this afternoon, we are reporting that the founder of Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, has been shot multiple times on a university campus site in Salt Lake City, Utah. Charlie, who is 33, was having one of his usual debates on a college campus. The conversation turned into the topic of transgender violence, until his input was cut short, and out of nowhere he was shot in the neck multiple times, terrorizing everybody in the crowd.
So Charlie, what do you think about the Annunciation Catholic school shooting? And do you think there is an epidemic of trans privilege and or violence? I find it ridiculous that these liberals act like we are in the wrong for misgendering a literal mass murder.
Well, I do think that trans violence
Oh my God!
Unfortunately, he did not survive as his injuries were fatal. The sudden death of Charlie Kirk has highlighted a problem in America that has been happening for a long time: the rise of political violence. Forget about left-wing or right-wing. An innocent man lost his life for having his own views.
Oh my! Anybody who speaks gospel suddenly is taken out? I don't think it's a coincidence. It must have been an inside job.
You don't think that maybe Ashwin's cult had something to do with this? I mean, this is not long after Charlie exposed the cult's Project 2025 plans.
Project 2025? What's that? And why would they get rid of Charlie Kirk out of all people?
I could tell you, but I would rather show you.
So Charlie, I know that you've heard about the crisis in the state of California right now. It's been under attack for months. By some guy and his deranged cult. With a demonic warlord by his side? I mean, can that state ever find peace?
Yeah, and I've already talked about how the state of California is controlled by Satan, from the woke propaganda to the mayor's failure to capture predators. I tried telling people that the spiritual realm, all of these demonic things, they are real. We have seen it firsthand. The Bible strictly forbids any contact with the dead. Ashwin Salter doesn't realize that he has done more than bring back some dead guy and make him evil. He's brought everlasting chaos into a country that is already in decline due to the destruction of Christianity and godly values.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't a believer in the supernatural until I saw Boris Anderson literally being turned into a demonic warlord. He can literally pick things up with his mind, dude. So glad I left California.
The supernatural world is not to be played with. Ashwin #'s pride and arrogance will eventually catch up to him. He doesn't realize that vengeful spirit does not care about anybody, not even him or his cult. Eventually, Boris will turn his back on him after he completes his mission of taking over the country. He won't need him anymore. Evil spirits do not love anybody. This blatant Satanism is serious. And their Project 2025, it will have us all doomed. Brendan, listen to me. I may get killed for exposing this truth, but Project 2025 is coming, and it could be the end of our country or possibly the world. The sons of Anderson are planning to unleash a beast, merged from the body parts of their many victims over the years. May be asking how I know. I'd rather not disclose that information. But this beast is going to unleash havoc. The evil jinn may also be unleashed. This could be the rapture. The Bible talked about end times coming. This might be it.
Oh my God. That is horrifying. It's a bit expected at this point. I mean, an evil warlord with invincible powers, a giant mech robot that's about 10 feet tall? Anything is possible at this point. The end times are truly here, brother. Please be careful though, Charlie. You exposing this information alone could have your throat slit.
Oh my God. We have to stop Ashwin and his cult from doing that. How sick and twisted. A mutilated beast formed from? Oh, I just want to vomit.
That is a metamorphosis transformation. I spent years studying Norse and Greek mythology. These beasts are made in a lab.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past those sickos. If they really did have Kirk taken out because he exposed their secret plans, I'm not surprised. But to try and stop them is more than a challenge. I mean, Boris can throw you into buildings with his goddamn mind.
It may seem like we've lost all hope, but we will defeat Boris and take Ashwin down once and for all. Have faith. Things are tough right now, but always make sure to keep fighting.
My Dark Lord.
You come to interrupt my meditation. You had better have good reason for this.
Well, I figured that since my robot, Oswell, as a few of my members couldn't secure your accomplice, I figured, why don't I? After all, I have had Doris wrapped around my finger for a while.
You think that you can fool me? Find my wife and don't fail me. My flames may heat up, and your fate may end in the bottomless pit.
Oh, don't you worry, my Dark Lord. We will capture your accomplice. I believe I have a great idea of where she is. The garage on South Street. Some of the informants exposed their location by accident. Big mistake.
Interesting. I'm liking the sound of this. Go and find my wife. And do not disappoint me. Ashwin.
Anything for you. My Dark Lord. Your wish is my command.
Okay, so Thank you for flying all the way to Dallas, Texas today for the Think Before You Sleep podcast. As we all know, back-to-back murders have recently occurred here in the state of America, from the Annunciation Minneapolis school shooting to the Irina Zarutska murder, to now, Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, who was gunned down recently. It is such a tragedy. Well, anyways, I am here today with a good old friend of mine, Alyssa, aka Illimation. What is your opinion on the Charlie Kirk incident?
Well, thank you for the introduction, Sean. We do go way back. Anyways, I am deeply devastated about the assassination of Charlie. Even though I was nowhere near his biggest fan, nor did I agree with most of his views, seeing the video of him literally dying is heartbreaking. It hurts my soul. Nobody should be taken out because of their political beliefs.
Candace Owens here. Charlie was a great friend of mine. He was a God-fearing man. He spoke gospel truth. His message was of love, discipline, and accountability. His voice has not been silenced, despite death. Kirk's impact will forever be felt. Truly a martyr, dying for his beliefs.
Hold on, Candace. I got to interrupt and give my input. Charlie Kirk wasn't a quote-unquote martyr. He was simply murdered due to his harmful rhetoric. This is the same dude who literally discredited the Civil Rights Act and said that gun deaths were necessary to keep the Second Amendment. He was also pro-Israel. Messenger of love? Oh, please.
Like he didn't deserve to get shot. I feel bad for his kids, but he died because he said stupid shit. His message was quite literally dangerous. He was homophobic, transphobic, and quite misogynistic if we are being honest. Grieve him, sure, but don't sit here and expect me to feel bad for someone like that.
Transphobic? For what? Explaining what a woman and a man actually is? For not advocating for men dressed in feminine clothing going to the women's bathroom? Homophobic? When he shut down somebody who said that gay people shouldn't be part of the conservative movement? Misogynistic? For telling women to be wives instead of using men in marriage? See, that's the problem with your woke bullshit. You immediately put labels on people without any logical evidence for it.
You conservative, anti-woke quote-unquote folks aren't bright either. You literally voted for a man with 72 sexual abuse allegations, a felon criminal record, and possible involvement in the Epstein files. Oh, and about the trans stuff, gender and sex are two completely different things, moron. Sex is your biological body parts and chromosomes. Gender is a man-made social construct. It's more of an identity.
Whoa, you might want to slow down on the Adderall destiny. Seems like you're on another one of your sissy fits because you can't argue against logic, which is something you lack. But what else can I expect from a blue-haired feminist who thinks that child molestation doesn't make you a pedophile?
You're taking that out of context. You're a hypocrite because you critique others for doing the same exact thing that you are doing, Sean. And what's wrong with being a feminist, huh? Is it that feminism triggers you because it makes men like you take accountability for their bigotry? That's the problem. People like you, Charlie Kirk, Andrew Tate, and others, you want to control women. Bring back patriarchy. The very system that oppressed women and uplifted men while also destroying them at the same time.
See, Destiny, I argue with logic, and you argue with emotion. This is common with woke people like you, and the hypocrisy of leftism. You guys claim to be the most righteous, accepting everyone for who they are, and blah blah blah. But when someone disagrees with you or has another viewpoint, you start to believe they deserve a bullet in their neck. No wonder so many liberals are checking out. You're not making Democrats look good at the moment, Destiny.
May I also add, from what Tyrone said earlier, he didn't discredit the Civil Rights Act. He just said that it didn't completely accomplish its goal due to the black community still being trapped in poverty, highest crime stats, highest rate of single motherhood, and the ghetto culture. None of this benefits us as black people, neither did Black Lives Matter, which in itself was a complete scam. It didn't benefit us in any way.
Oh, please. You know that's not what he meant. He literally said that it was a cult to abolish white America. And it's funny, Candace, you are one of the biggest raccoons that I know. The anti-black propaganda is smacking you right in your face, and you're ignorant to it. You don't realize that you're a victim of white supremacy.
Anti-black propaganda? More like anti-white propaganda. I mean, you liberals ran around circles trying to label a Sydney Sweeney Jeans ad as white supremacy. But when Beyoncé did the same exact photo shoot last year and looked great, nobody said anything. But when a white person wants to look beautiful, they get attacked by the radical left for no reason. The Irina Zaritska murder is another example of this. DeCarlos literally said, "I got that white girl," after he stabbed her in the neck multiple times. That was a racially motivated attack, yet you don't see the media cover it until a couple weeks later. New York Post, Vion State. Any news article I go on, I can hardly find any results for Irina Zaritska, yet there are thousands of results even to this day. For George Floyd, a man who died from high doses of fentanyl and methamphetamine being found in his system, a death which led to rioting, looting, destruction, and chaos. Over one thug getting killed by a police officer. The media, the Democratic Party, consistently demonize straight white men, not because of what we have done, but simply because of who we are. And people wonder why Kamala didn't get the vote. America isn't built to be a democratic nation. The reason they never win the votes is because they constantly demonize the group of people they need most, men, especially straight men. The outright misandrist agenda of the left is the reason many have checked out. It's inherently a contradiction to claim you want equality for everybody, yet demonize those you consider privileged.
No, that's bullshit, okay? You see, the problem with a lot of white people is that we have this victim mentality. We have historically oppressed minority groups
Here you go,
and still
having
continue
another
to do
hissy
so to
fit.
this day, and now want to act like we are the victims/we are privileged. Because the outright racism of violent police officers towards blacks is pretty evident. And the left isn't misandrist. It is simply telling men to stop being such sexists.
Not really. The left is telling men to check themselves out, telling them they are inherently evil, that their masculinity is toxic and dangerous, and that they are useless.
Sean, I want to add, there is a difference between masculinity and toxic masculinity. A lot of men gain their sense of self by oppressing women and being outright misogynistic. Feminism, to me, is a movement that is fighting for the equality of both men and women to tackle the patriarchy, which is a system that destroys us all. The radical feminists you see online are just misandrists playing a fake act.
Feminism is a scam, especially fourth wave, Me Too for B propaganda. It's an anti-male system, here to uplift women while putting men down.
That's false.
You are ignoring
Feminism
the fact
helped
that
stop the
feminist
oppression of women.
organizations reject domestic violence shelters for male victims. Oh, and it's ironic. I see feminist pages talking more about how trans women are part of the movement than anything else.
Trans women are women. They are perfectly welcome to join the feminist movement and be a part of Women's History Month. What's wrong with that? Why do so many conservatives have an obsession with trans people?
So you think it's okay for a biological male playing dress up to enter the women's bathrooms and changing rooms? You think it's okay for biological males to abuse the trans agenda and enter women's spaces? That will make them feel uncomfortable, don't you think? Gosh, Alyssa, you are still as woke as ever. Tell me, Alyssa, what is a woman?
Gender and sex are different.
I didn't ask you. Retard. Shut your mouth. Is your name Alyssa now? What? Are you transitioning?
Okay, I see what you are doing, Sean. I'm not answering that question. You think you're being clever by trying to ask me meaningless questions. It's completely irrelevant to the topic.
Meaningless question. We are literally talking about women and feminism. It's a simple proposition. What is a woman? We have to know what we are talking about.
No. I know what you are doing. You're trying to move slick and clever, just like Charlie Kirk on those debates.
Alyssa, what are you?
I'm a YouTuber on a podcast right now.
God, no. No. You are a woman. A woman is an adult human female. That's it. It's not rocket science. It's as simple as asking what is 2 plus 2.
That is too simple a definition.
Shut the fuck up, you woke bitch.
A woman or man
Gender
is
isn't
somebody
real, you
who has the
spaz.
characteristics of
Non-binary
one.
male, female,
Shut the fuck
gender.
up,
You don't understand
Gender
that
identity
gender and
is whatever
sex are
you want it to
different.
be. Sex is
I feel
different.
much safer around trans
There
women
is
than
no
I
woke
do cis
agenda.
men.
We as a
Because cis
society
men
are
or
waking
women
up
should
and
be
learning to
themselves
accept
from.
people for who they are.
Not
Not
trans
anybody
women.
else's fault that you are an
people are
insecure
not oppressed.
transphobe.
Shut
White
the fuck
people
up
are
with
not
your Bill
oppressed.
Clinton looking ass.
We have a mission.
What's the order from our Dark Lord this time?
Well, since we failed. Jack Paul, pay attention. Dark Lord Boris has ordered for us to capture Doris since we failed last time. The Foz robot was a useless piece of junk. But then again, that's probably what happens when you rely on artificial intelligence. So, we will all travel, armed and ready. They won't be able to stop us when they are held at gunpoint. I know of their location. Those idiots accidentally exposed their location. The South Street garage. We must strap up and get that woman.